Hello everyone, welcome back to J English Tutorial and Review. In this video, I will be having a video tutorial on the second part or part 2 of the rules of subject-verb agreement. In my previous video, 5 rules of SVA were reviewed, and in this particular video, we will begin with rule number 6. Rule number 6 says a compound subject means two subjects that is joined by and or their coordinating conjunction and takes a singular verb if it refers to the same thing or person, while it takes plural verb if it refers to two different objects or persons. For example, the owner and president is my best friend. So we have here a compound subject, and these are the owner and president. And we are using the verb is, which is singular, because the owner and president in this sentence is just referring to the same person, or it means that there is only one person involved in here. So the owner is the same person as the president. That's why we are using here the verb is, not are. Okay, the owner and president is my best friend. So we are using the singular verb. Another example, the owner and the president of the company are attending a conference right now. So in this second example, the difference is we are already using the plural verb or plural linking verb, which is are. Okay, so let's check first our compound subject. We have here owner, then we have another subject, president. In this example or in this statement, the owner and the president here are already referring to two different persons. Okay, I will repeat. The owner and the president are already referring to two different people or persons. That is the reason why we are using the plural linking verb are, not is. And another difference is, if you can see, we have here the article or the determiner the or the in our first example. In our second example or second statement, the article or the determiner the or the is repeated twice. The owner and the president. So the word the or the here is repeated twice. That is also our indicator, our manifestation that if we are using the conjunction and to mean two different objects or persons, we have to repeat the article or the determiner that we are using. Just like in this example, the owner, then the president. Okay? Unlike in the first example, we only have the owner. Then we don't have the here for the president. Okay? That is also the difference between using and as a singular and using and as plural. And rule number 6 is reminding us that it is not all the times that if we are using the conjunction and that it is already plural. Okay? So the first example is telling us that there is a case, there is an instance also that it can be taken as singular, and that is rule number 6. Let's move to rule number 7. It says, when a compound subject joined by either or, neither nor, the main subject is the one closer to the verb. And I have a note here, the subject that is closer to the verb is always the second subject. For example, either he or his sisters are graduating this year. So in this example, we are using a plural verb. Let me explain. So we have here a compound subject. The first one is he, and the other one is his sisters. The rule says that the main subject is the one closer to the verb. And between he and his sisters, it is his sisters is the one closer to the verb. So that means that his sisters is where our verb is going to agree upon. Okay? So his sisters, since his sisters is a plural subject, that is the reason why we are using the linking verb are instead of using is, because of his sisters. Okay? Let's try to exchange the position of our compound subjects. In our second example, either Mark's sisters, okay, that is our first subject, and another subject here is he. Then at this time around, we are no longer using the verb are, the linking verb are, but we are already using the linking verb is. Okay, let's go back to the rule. The main subject is the one closer to the verb, and between Mark's sister and he, it is he is the one closer to our verb. So that means that our main subject is not Mark's sister, but rather on the word or the pronoun he. That's why either Mark's sister or he is. If you can see earlier, either he or his sisters are. Let's go back to the note. The subject that is closer to the verb is always the second subject. That means to say that don't be confused with the first subject, like he and Mark's sisters, because they are not part of where your verb is going to agree upon. Okay? Another example, neither the baby nor her dolls are wearing pink. So in this example, we are using the plural verb. Let's check first our compound subject. We have the baby, then her dolls. Okay? Going back to the rule, the main subject is the one closer to the verb, and it is always the second subject. And in this example, our second subject is her dolls. And her dolls in this statement is a plural subject. Okay? That's why we are using the linking verb are, not is, or the other linking verbs around. Okay? Neither the baby nor her dolls are wearing pink. Okay? So don't be confused again with the first subject, because that is not the subject where the verb is going to agree upon. Okay? And another reminder for rule number 7, that if you're going to write sentences using this rule, please take note, or please be reminded that always pair either with or, neither with nor. You cannot exchange places like saying either nor or neither or. You cannot do that. Always pair either with or, then neither with nor. And that is rule number 7. Let's move to rule number 8. It says, when using a fraction as a subject, the main subject is the noun that comes after it. For example, 1/2 of the cake is sliced. So in this example, we are using a singular verb or linking verb, which is. If we have to check the rule, the expression of fraction like 1/2 is not the basis of our subject. It's not the main subject. And the rule says the main subject is the noun that comes after it. So the noun that comes after 1/2 is cake. Therefore, it is on the word cake where our verb is going to agree upon. Okay, that is the reason why we are using the verb or the linking verb is, not are, or the other linking verbs around. 1/2 of the cake is sliced. So that is singular. Another example, 1/2 of the cakes are sliced. So in this example, we are already using the plural verb, which is are. And if you can see, again, 1/2 is not the basis of identifying our main subject. It is in the noun that comes after it. And from cake, it became cakes. So cake is singular, cakes, the noun cakes is plural. That is the reason why we are no longer using the verb is, but instead, we are using now the linking verb are. 1/2 of the cakes are. It is because of the word cakes. Okay? Not on the word or not on the expression of the fraction 1/2. Another example, 1/3 of the students are about to graduate. So in this example, we are using a plural verb too. Okay? The fraction 1/3 is not the basis of or main subject, the rule says it is on the noun that comes after it. And our noun here is the word students. And the word students is obviously a plural noun. Therefore, we are using the linking verb or the verb are as our verb here. 1/3 of the students are, not 1/3 of the students is. Because it is on the word or the noun students where our verb agrees upon. Okay? Not on the expression of fraction. Okay? That is rule number 8. Let's move to rule number 9. It says, when using time, money, and distance as a subject, the verb is usually singular. Okay? So we have here three things to consider. Time, money, and distance. For example, $100 is what I need for me to take the test. Though it sounds a big amount of money, 100. If you have to take it literally, it sounds plural. But if we have to stick to what the rule says, the expression of money, the first example is, this is an expression of money, the verb is usually singular. That's why we are using the verb is here, not are. Next example, 3 weeks is not that long. Okay? 3 weeks is an expression of time. Okay, going back to the rule, when using time as a subject, the verb is usually singular. That's why we are also using the singular linking verb is, not are. Third example, 3 miles is too near for walking. So we have here 3 miles. This is an expression of distance. Okay, though it sounds plural because 3, but if we have to stick to what the rule says, the expression of or using distance, okay, using distance as a subject of your sentence, the verb is singular. That's why we're using the verb is here, not are or the other linking verbs around. Okay? So rule number 9 reminds us that no matter how big the amount of money is, no matter how long that particular time is, and no matter how long that particular distance is, still you have to use a singular verb. Okay? Though they sound plural, but you still have to use a singular verb. Okay? Whatever verb you may be using, as long as it is singular. Okay? Time, money, and distance. Okay? So please don't be confused next time. And finally, rule number 10. Using a title of novel, movie, story as a subject, the verb is singular. For example, The Bridges of Love is one of my favorite local movies. Now, if we have to check, if this is taken not as a title, Bridges of Love is plural because of the word bridges. So this may be using a plural verb too. But since in this example, Bridges of Love is a title of a movie, then the rule says a title of a movie, the verb is singular. That is the reason why we are using the verb is here, not are. Okay, another example, 100 Years of Solitude is a great novel of the 20th century. So we have here another title as a subject, and that is 100 Years of Solitude. Okay, 100 years sounds plural again, but referring back to what the rule says, if you are using a title as a subject, like a title of a novel, then the verb is singular. So that's why we are using the verb is here, not are, though it sounds plural. Okay? And that is rule number 10. And before I end this video, guys, I hope your knowledge and skills are being refreshed with my video tutorial, and thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. See you in my next video, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.